All right, welcome back, everybody. I guess we're gonna be talking about the Door Doordash TikToker situation. A little late to the party by about 2 weeks or so, but better late than never, I suppose. I do have my 2 cents on it, but I do have a decent reason as to why I think this way. So, um, this is a August the Duck video is the first one that shows up when I type in DoorDash girl. So let's see here. This is there's this fella right here. Apparently had ordered some DoorDash as the story goes. Um and apparently when he saw that the name of his DoorDash was female, he decided to let the little fella hang out there broad as day, flapping in the wind as one does. And in hopes, I guess, that she would see it and go ooh la la and take her time delivering that order. And she recorded this man and posted it on TikTok. Now I don't have a TikTok and I will never have a TikTok, so I have not seen the original video of this, but and she's claiming that this is now sexual assault because it was obviously unwanted and unwarranted exposure of one's genitals. Well, to me, I don't believe that because from what I can see is we've got this dude just passed out, and it looks like he's sloshed to me. I mean, like sloshed. Um, and this still frame is really why I think that. So this right here looks to be a set of keys. So if he's just pissed, stone drunk, stumbles into his apartment or his house or whatever, crashing through the front door, just can't get his bearings straight, drops the keys first thing he does, he's dropping the keys right there, and that looks like a reasonable spot to drop them if you're pissed drunk. Um, and then to me, his face is much redder than the rest of him. Obviously, his legs aren't going to see a lot of sunlight, but compared to like his hands and stuff, his face is pretty red, which is to me indicative of someone who is just completely plastered. But I can't tell if this is a drink cup right here or here. I really can't tell you that. He's got some air freshener, his phone, his PS5. But to me, he does look drunk, and the way I see it is he came home sloshed in apparently 59-degree weather. Decided he was hungry because he's drunk. Ordered some DoorDash. Was like, oh, I got time. DoorDash takes forever, like 30 minutes. I'm gonna crank one out real fast and either mid crank or possibly post crank, he just passes out. And either that, and if of course if you're super getting sloshed like that bad, you might forget to close the door behind you. I don't even know where this was filmed. I don't know the neighborhood. I don't know if people in that neighborhood have a habit of leaving their doors unlocked because it's a good neighborhood. Who knows? But yeah, he could have forgotten to close his door. Now that's a stretch for me. And he's got his arm over his eyes because it's too bright. This is a very bright room. So either he's actually passed out, arm over his head because it's too bright, or he's doing the old child thing where you pretending to be asleep, where if you don't move, you can trick people into thinking you're asleep. I don't know though, because the reason I'm not seeing that is his hand right here. On other videos I've seen, like I said, I haven't seen the original. I can't tell if his hand is actually resting on something or if it's just posed midair. but it's not where his manhood would be. And from, like, here's his leg, his other leg or something. You know, his manhood's going to be like right here. This hand is not over his junk, and obviously this one isn't over his junk, so he's not actively pleasuring himself. What a wild situation. Now, of course, I'm sure stuff like this actually happens. I'm sure there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of women who work DoorDash or Uber or something like that, and have stumbled on to situations like this, but and it really was sexual assault. I don't believe this one truly is, but if he's pretending to be asleep, he's got to hold his hand there the whole time, unless it's actually resting on something. Like I said, I can't tell because of this box, and I haven't seen the original. But that dude, that is a freaking just a sleep type wrist right there, at least to me. I know when I fall asleep, I don't fall asleep on my back. I fall asleep with my arm tucked in, but you know, my hand is doing this when I'm knocked the fuck out. But anyways, the reason I think he is truly asleep and not trying to sexually harass this young lady is I used to work pest control, and I've walked into at least 40 people, bare minimum 40 people, that were in the middle of something explicit or not decent. And it's been all sorts of people, both guys and girls. I've walked in on, you know, people cranking hog, blasting rope. I've walked in on ladies pleasuring themselves with all sorts of toys, and just raw dogging it with their fingers. I've walked in on people having sex. I've walked in on, you know, people who are just indecent, and I don't do it on purpose, obviously, and we're very careful about that. You know, specifically what I would do is let me get a good demonstration of how loud I am. So let me back up a bit. I'd pest control, and I'd wait a second and I'd listen to the door. Anyone in there? The bug man. I'd wait again. And I always did the apartments, so I had keys everywhere. And all of the tenants were notified 1 week in advance, and then the day before, of the exact day I'm showing up and roughly the exact time I'm showing up. So they knew I was coming, or they were supposed to have known. And then I would personally, because of, you know, what happened, every now and then, you know, walking in on these people and them getting upset, I would have a printed out version, dated, time, all that stuff, and signed by the offices of the letters that they sent out to all of their tenants. And I'd be like, nope, right here, I'm supposed to be here at this time. And so after those two very loud sets of knocks and yelling for them, I would unlock the doors, crack it open, and go, I'm here to spray for bugs. Is anyone home? And I'd wait again. All right, I'm coming in. And I'd still get people, I mean, just mid-coitus. I walked in on some dude who was using a little silicone rear end, and he didn't stop when I walked in, and I'm like, oh, how's your day going? Like, as I've just walked in on every type of person doing every type of thing you can think of, and a lot of them are like, oh shit, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you were coming. And I'm like, you're supposed to have known I was coming, but oh well. And other people are like, you're a dirty old fucking pervert. And I was like 21 when this shit was happening. They're like, you're a dirty old fucking pervert, I'm calling cops. And I'm like, okay, well, you have a good one. I'll be calling them too if this is an issue. And yeah, by the time, you know, the cops show up, I'm already damn near done. I'm just waiting. The office knows what happened at this point. And the cops show up and they're like, you're supposed to be here? Yep, here's the dates and times. They were notified when I'm supposed to be here. And they go and talk to the other person. And they're like, he came in here with the worst intentions. And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Well, every single time they lose because they were previously notified at least twice. And most people nowadays have like doorbell cameras and shit, so the cops review that footage and they can clearly see me knocking hella hard, pressing their doorbells, waiting for like 2 minutes before I enter their premises, before or after I've first made contact with the front door. And yeah. So, and then the other thing about this situation is even if he was trying to do something sexual, which I don't believe he was, the instruction said leave it at the door. If his door is even wide open at this point, and it says leave it at the door, lady, just avert your eyes and walk away. It's not the end of the world. You saw some dude's junk. He didn't get up and come after you. He didn't whistle. He didn't go, come here, sweet cheeks. Nothing like that. So it's just, like, I really don't believe this is a sexual assault type thing, from my personal experience and knowing what someone's going to do if they want to sexually assault or harass you, because it happens to men. Prime example of it, I had a dude ask me to finish him off. I've had girls invite me in. I think that one was like a lady of the night house, shall we put it. They invited me in, and I'm like, no. So yeah, I know what people are like if they're trying to elicit some type of sexual response from you. But yeah, this clearly to me doesn't look like it. Over the course of my time seeing pest control, like I said, at least 40 people I've seen just stark naked. And that's probably out of tens of thousands of people that I visited. Like I said, I did apartments. I did about 150 people a day I saw. So I know what it looks like when you're going into someone's property. But yeah, I don't believe this was sexual assault. I think this is just a young woman who believes that at least most men are evil, sexual, deviant predators, like many young women today now believe. But yeah, and I'm not just siding with him because he's a dude. I mean, he's clearly passed out to me. In my professional experience, I would say he's passed out, and this was not a malicious intent. This was just some poor dude who got his face and his manhood plastered around the world. Thank you, and you have a good one.